Is this really going to be the one base to rule them all? Today, Lieutenant Hammerman strikes back once again. Hello everyone, it is Leaderboards and welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach, and today Lieutenant Hammerman strikes back. We're gonna see whether or not this base is going to be successfully defending against Lieutenant Hammerman. There is a catch however, I got something in upgrading right now, gonna show it off to you guys. It is the shock launcher going to the max level. That's going to be posing somewhat of a challenge right now, and maybe we need to be readjusting a couple of buildings here and there. Let's take a look at the very first attack. As you guys can see, we didn't really survive there, and he actually managed to take us down. So let's see what's going to be happening here. So first off, we got Zukas that are getting closer onto the base. They're going to be attacking us right now. Machine gun is starting to do some work here right now. The shock launcher really cannot do anything despite it being in range. Rocket launcher is actually shooting onto the Zukas right now, doing a lot of damage onto those girls. And right now, as you guys can see, the warriors start to kick in, but unfortunately there's already a flamethrower and a machine gun down to kind of stop the force there. So maybe I gotta be doing something with that. Shock launcher finally starts to be hitting onto these warriors right now, and I'm pretty happy that the warriors decided to attack from the right side. That is great information. I kind of feel that I should centralize the shock launcher a little bit more, so I think that's definitely something that I'm going to be doing. The shock blaster is also doing work, by the way. Very nice stuff. And then the heavies. Heavies is the most dangerous thing, at least in my opinion, when it comes down to Lieutenant Hammerman strikes back. As you guys can see, the heavies are really breaking through the lines here, and that's going to be somewhat of an issue. But the problem is arising right now. The riflemen finally start to kick in, and riflemen on their own aren't really strong, but in a group they are probably, in my opinion, the most deadly force out there. In the center, as you guys can see, there's a ton of damage right now, and they're literally just breaking through the lines here. I mean, the first rocket launcher already went down. The shock launcher is about to get down. We also got another rocket launcher that gets down. The second one gets taken down. As you guys can see, all of the mortars get taken down. And right now, the sniper tower also gets terminated. And as you guys can see, he actually did manage to take us down just like that, having a couple of heavies, riflemen, and heavies, riflemen, and medics into the mix. So we should probably swap up a couple of things here and there. And as already mentioned, I think I'm gonna be swapping my my rocket launcher just like so. But maybe it's not really all that centralized, so I should probably maybe a little bit more into the front. I'm not really sure. Maybe this boom cannon, swapping this with that. That seems, yeah, that seems about right to me. So the boom cannon is a little bit more to the front. That's not going to be an issue. And then I think I gotta be swapping some machine guns as well with some flamethrowers, because the Zukas get hit by the machine guns and get a ton of damage by those machine guns. And the flamethrowers essentially need to be a little bit more farther to the back for the second wave against the warriors. So I think this should be about good, I think. I'm not really sure. I think this is good. Even with those machine guns in the back there, maybe swap a cannon or two, getting those a little bit more centralized, getting some of the more useless buildings at the edges of the screen. Centralizing some cannons is always a good tactic anyway, especially with the shock blaster in the back there. So I think we're good here. Let's actually go ahead and see whether or not we're going to be defending against the second wave of Lieutenant Hammerman strikes back. And Zukas are very centralized here. Wow. As if I activated my trap card or something like that. Look at them dying. Look at them dying just like that. This really worked out great. Okay, so shock launcher, can you finally start to hit? Okay. Oh wow, they actually died from the shock launcher's hit. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, right now the warriors start to kick in. There's a couple of Zukas still left, and all of my flamethrowers. Oh, I should have swapped that flamethrower at the other right side there with the machine gun there. Now, actually, that works out just fine in this particular case. Shock blaster starts to kick in. Machine gun I mean, not machine gun, the shock launcher also starts to fire away. And right now it is the heavies that are going to be the massive damage dealers. Now here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that the heavies get kind of sucked in there with those flamethrowers, so that way they end up dying. And then we're gonna have an easy run against those riflemen that are popping in right now. This is going to be really interesting to see how well we're gonna be surviving against them. But from the looks from it, I think the left side is going to be somewhat of an issue, and the right side is going to be an easy takedown here. So let's actually see how well it's going to be compensating here. The shock launcher is going to be under siege right now being attacked by the units, but it is going to be shocking all of the majority of the units. Okay, so right now it's going to be relatively close. The center part has a ton of damage, as you guys can see, a lot of red bars over there, and we just need the machine guns. I mean, we still need the rocket launchers to kind of fire away, and I think that we are going to be winning this one because the right rocket launcher is still behind a couple of layers of defenses. And yes, as you guys can see, all of the heavies are almost about to die over here. I think there's still like one left over here. And there it's gone, and yes, we just literally took down Lieutenant Hammerman Strikes Back with this overpowered MLG base, the base of the century, with one shock launcher less. I think I would have been able to take down this base with the regular shock launcher. If it wasn't in upgrading, we wouldn't have to do anything. And as you guys can see, we're going to be getting 4 prototype modules, and we took down every single defensive building against Lieutenant Hammerman. So once again, the base strikes back. The shock launcher in the center definitely helped out over here, and just in general, this base is really strong against Lieutenant Hammerman Strikes Back. And if you want to be using this base, just go right ahead. Go ahead and build this base, and make sure to let me know down in the comments below whether or not you managed to take down Lieutenant Hammerman with the help of this base or not. So also just want to let you guys know, a little bit later today there will be an episode of the Boom Beach base reviews, and make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be really great. It's a reintroduction of the series. I hope that you guys are looking forward to it, and that's basically going to be it. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, make sure that if you guys like this video to boom, give it a thumbs up. And that being said, this has been Reversal for Boom Beach. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.